All right. Hey, what's going on? Charles Austin here, and let's be fit forever. So, real quick on this wonderful, thriving Thursday, I just wanted to briefly touch on a couple of things that's been on my mind, and that was medication as it relates to things like chronic disease, stuff like high blood pressure and high cholesterol, uh, type 2 diabetes, things like that, common things that millions and millions and millions of people on the globe deal with daily. Before we get in, as always, if you like this video, which you should, hit that like button. If you like the channel, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button that you find down at the bottom of this video. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video out if you're watching it either now live or maybe you're watching it later on. Share the video out as well. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and I believe it's called X now, at Fitness Charles also. All right, so we're going to go and get in real quick. Actually, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and share this. I'm going to share this out real quick. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and share this video out myself. So if there's anybody out there in the land and they're like, hey, I need to check this video out, I missed it, they will be able to see it. So there we go. Of course, when you get ready to do something, that's when the computer acts funny. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Share this out. Bam. Okay, so we got that shared out. So, again, real quick, the purpose of today's video is just kind of to explain some of the common things that happen or explain the path of people's choices when they discover that they have high blood pressure or if they have high cholesterol, any of these chronic diseases that plague millions and millions of people. If you're over on Instagram, check me out on YouTube. That's where I'll be doing my screen shares. So I'll be providing all of my facts and my research and things there. So again, go over to my YouTube if you want to check out the screen share. Otherwise, hey, stay on Instagram and listen to the information that I'm going to provide here real quick. So let's get this thing rolling. So think about this, right? If you were, let's say you went to the doctor, you had a checkup, and the doctor told you that, hey, you have high blood pressure, you have high cholesterol, or maybe you went to a health screening or something like that, and you noticed that your numbers were out of whack, again, with your blood sugar or your cholesterol or something like that. One of the first things people might end up doing is saying, hey, how do I treat, look what I typed in. I typed in how to treat high blood chronic disease. I was trying to think of blood pressure. But anyway, think about this. Even if I were, let's see what happens if I, how to treat chronic disease, if it still says it stays up. Interesting. So let's go back. I like this one, okay? As you can see from the very beginning, if somebody is trying to figure out information about how they can treat, hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Sorry about that. Get warnings on your stream. All right, so somebody types in that I want to treat chronic disease or something. Now look what it says here in the very beginning. It says there is no cure. So at the very beginning, when you're starting to talk about chronic disease, as it says here, your risk for things like heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, etc. These are all some of the most common causes of death of people, not only in America, but the people on the planet. So the first thing they tell you is that there is no cure. So right off the bat, you're already thinking, I'm stuck with this high blood pressure. I'm stuck with this diabetes. Whatever it may be, I'm stuck with it because there is no cure. So they start off lying. The internet starts off lying about that from the very beginning, but because you can clearly see the source here. Then it says, but using medications Okay, but using medications as prescribed and making lifestyle changes. Now, what they should have said is, but making lifestyle changes can improve your quality of life and control your blood pressure, etc., right? Or other things. So let's start with, what do we start with? Okay, let's say that somebody has diabetes. Okay, I don't know why I keep getting warning messages here on. Anyway, I'm just going to keep rolling because I don't know what's going on. But anywho, let's say you have type 2 diabetes, right? And it's, type 2 diabetes is one of the most, think about this, y'all. Type 2 diabetes is one of the most common chronic medical conditions, not just United States or whatever. This is global, okay? Now, then it starts talking about all the medications and the drugs that you can use to treat. Many of these things we've never heard of, right? But look, even on this page right here, for example, DPP4 inhibitors, right? It says they block the breakdown of a hormone that helps lower blood sugar levels, yada, 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 right? Look at one of the side effects of taking this drug, weight gain. Now, weight gain is a contributor to type 2 diabetes, okay? It is consistently shown that the more weight you carry, the higher your BMI, the higher your body fat percentage, the more likely you are to suffer from type 2 diabetes. So why would you take a drug to treat your type 2 diabetes that's going to increase your risk of continuing to develop type 2 diabetes, right? So again, another one of these is, I don't even want to try to butcher this name, all right? Biguanides, I guess. Maybe I got it right. But if we look at some of the side effects of biguanides, right? Chest discomfort. That may seem like it's not a big deal, but consider things like shortness of breath, chest tightness, and chest pain. That's something that's going to bug you daily. Headache, excessive sweating, low blood sugar, and weakness, all right? Not too bad, but it also talks about other risks and complications. It can sap your B12, right? So now we're talking about B12 deficiency, and B12 is very important for helping you process energy in the body. So now you're lethargic, right? Lactic acidosis. Well, what's that, right? Lactic acidosis happens when lactic acid builds up in your body, which leads to a metabolic acidosis. Risk factors for this include, so again, we continue to go on. It sounds harmless in the beginning, but as we continue to go on, this stuff can make you more likely to suffer from liver disease. Now ask yourself, how long can you live without a liver? Well, the answer is 0 because it's a vital organ. 0 days, 0 hours, 0 minutes, right? Kidney disease, okay? Low oxygen levels in your blood, hypoxia, etc. Okay, and then it has more symptoms associated with that, okay? Now, here's another thing here. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which is the people who push out the drugs that are approved, right? They push this stuff out, and it says here clearly that there's a warning on certain type 2 drugs, type 2 diabetic drugs, right? And one of those warnings is it can cause joint pain that can be severe and disabling. When we see words like disabling or severe, that is things that are going to limit your daily activity, your daily routine, and you just don't want to have that, right? Again, we talked about this drug already, DPP4 inhibitors. So now we're having gastrointestinal problems like nausea, diarrhea, stomach pain, flu-like symptoms. So again, you're taking the drug to get rid of a problem. You have a problem with your blood sugar and your pancreas and your insulin with the type 2 diabetes, right? Now, you're trying to fix that problem, but now you have diarrhea, you have nausea, you have stomach pain. Now you have flu-like symptoms, so now you have headache, runny nose, and sore throat. And now you even have painful skin that could be red or purplish, okay? And we're going to get to the moral of this story in just a few minutes. But let me go to the next one. That's just type 2 diabetes. It gets worse as we continue to go on, okay? Most common drugs for hypertension. Now, hypertension is just a fancy way of saying high blood pressure, or the scientific way we say high blood pressure, okay? So, the most common drugs for high blood pressure, one of them, let's see, where was it? I lost it. Oh, here we go. So things like ACE inhibitors, okay, calcium channel blockers, etc. those are some of the common things that are used and prescribed, right, as medicine for high blood pressure. Unfortunately, again, there are side effects. So again, you're trying to fix a problem you have with your blood pressure, but instead it's giving you other issues. All right, stuff like dizziness. You might even experience fainting, high potassium levels, which can be dangerous. Okay, it's interesting that when you read these articles, they're not going to tell you the danger associated with a lot of these things. They'll just list them and expect you to be okay with it. But high potassium levels can cause kidney problems. Oh, wait, what do you know? Kidney problems. Okay? You do not want to have elevated levels of urea and nitrogen in your blood. These are things that urine is supposed to excrete. You're supposed to get this out of your body when you urinate. Those are waste products. You don't want that to build up in your blood, as that can cause more issues with your kidneys. And again, how long can you live without kidney function? 0 minutes, 0 days, 0 time. You need your kidneys. They're vital organs. All right, calcium channel blockers, right? What are the possible side effects and complications with this medication, right? Swelling in your limbs, more headaches, lightheadedness, and dizziness. If you take a different type of calcium channel blockers, now we're dealing with constipation. We're dealing with a reduction. Let me say this slowly. One of the side effects of taking blood pressure medication is that it reduces the function, or it reduces the ability of your heart to pump blood. Let's say that one more time. It reduces the ability of your heart to pump blood. That's a problem. Think about if you're going to exercise, which you probably should be doing if you have high blood pressure. If you're trying to exercise and you're on these drugs, now your heart can't even keep up with the demand of your muscles. Okay? That's a problem. So again, the point is you're already sick. Then the most common thing, again, let's see. Let's just type this in again. Do it real time. And then we're gonna move on. I'm gonna be done in a second, y'all. How to treat chronic disease. Because chronic disease basically means a condition that you have for a very long time that affects your normal function, etc., right? So look, if we go to this page, and I'm just doing this real time. What is chronic illness, or what is chronic disease? It lasts a long time, often a year or more. It says, look, this is how you're trained. This is how everybody's trained. You may also have a need for ongoing medical care. Medical care. Medical care. Okay? They're talking about prescription drugs and things of that nature. Medical care. Nowhere on here they never say, oh, look, there are, of course, things you can do on your own that will help. They always tell you, here's the ways to not have chronic disease. Eating a healthy diet, but they never tell you what a healthy diet is. I'll probably have to do a stream on that a different day, because this is one of the most common things people say. Oh, I just need to eat healthy. Well, can you please explain to me what eating healthy is? Okay? If we sidebar real quick on what eating healthy means, it's very simple. Okay? Smile. The first step to understanding how to eat healthy is, the first thing you need to do is smile. Show your teeth. Okay? When you smile and see your teeth, you'll notice that they're all flat. Okay? You'll notice that they're all flat. And animals like us with flat teeth are supposed to eat plants. It's very simple. Okay? So if it's a plant, you eat it. If it's a dead piece of flesh, you don't eat it. That's how you decide what a healthy diet is. It's not that complicated. Okay? But again, they always give you the ways to fix and prevent things, but they always lead with medical care. Medical care. Okay? But anyway, let's move on. I don't want to spend too much time, because guess what? These teeth right here, they're ready to eat. I'm getting hungry right now. It's getting close to my dinner time. All right? So let's go on to the next one. So we're talking about the most common drugs for dyslipidemia. If you don't know what that term means, that basically is a fancy way of saying your cholesterol, or like your fats and your lipids and things like that, they're off a little bit. They're not right. You have unhealthy levels of cholesterol and fat in your blood. So statins are consistently one of the most commonly prescribed types of medicine for high cholesterol. Okay, so again, you have a problem with cholesterol, and when you have a buildup of cholesterol in your body, in your blood, it makes it harder for your heart to pump blood to organs and to cells and things like that. It's simple. So if your liver needs something, if your kidney needs something, if your lungs need something, it's harder to circulate that blood, which carries all this nutrition and oxygen and all this stuff. It's harder to pump that blood to that area because there's restriction. All right. If we can real quickly just pull up in real time, let's pull up our image. Let's see. Healthy. Let's see. Can't type here. Healthy versus unhealthy arteries. All right. Let's see if we can pull up an image real quick, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's just use this one real quick. So what we're talking about, if you look at this image here, your healthy blood vessel, your artery or whatever, is supposed to look like this, meaning it's very, very easy to circulate the blood. All right. Okay. So it's basically like, I wish I had something here. All right. Let me use my little coin container. Okay. You look in here, right? You can see all my coins. But you look in here, you can see that it's easy for anything to go right through. All right. That's how your artery is supposed to be. But let's see. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, let's put some. See how I stuck this little piece of paper in here or something, right? This is like the cholesterol that can build up in your arteries, okay? That's what can build up in your arteries. And now it makes it harder for stuff to get through. And the stuff that we're talking about is the blood. So a lot of times people are walking around and living through life and their arteries look like this. And then your heart has to work really, really hard to pump blood through something like you can see in this image, okay? So that's basically what we're talking about when we're talking about cholesterol. So again, statins are very common drugs. Now, what are the side effects, okay? So again, statins are recommended for most patients and have been directly associated with a reduction in the risk for heart attack and stroke because again, if you have a restriction in blood flow, it's going to make it more likely that your heart is going to overwork, and now you're dealing with an issue of heart attack and stroke. Okay? Side effects. What are what are statin side effects? All right, we got muscle pain, liver damage. And here's the one that makes me just scratch my head. Now earlier, the first one we led with was type 2 diabetes. Okay, type 2, how many, let's do one more thing, and I'll be out of here in less than 5 minutes. How many people die from type 2 diabetes annually? All right. So this is just, preliminary numbers. 1 million die from type 2 diabetes, right? It is estimated that more than 6.7 million died from diabetes-related causes in 2021. Type 2 diabetes accounts for 95% of all diabetes cases. In 2019, as you can see here, diabetes and kidney diseases due to diabetes caused an estimated 2 million. So we're talking millions of people. Millions of people are dying from type 2 diabetes, and type 2 diabetes is preventable. Okay? Super preventable. But again, if we go back here, one of the side effects of taking medication to fix your cholesterol, right? As it says here, statins are effective at lowering cholesterol and blah, blah, blah. But one of the side effects is now you got diabetes. So let's connect the dots and we're going to wrap this up real quick. Let's say you have high cholesterol. You take medication like a statin, and now your cholesterol is fixed. But while your cholesterol is getting fixed, you're damaging your liver, okay? You have muscle damage. You have neurological side effects, okay? And now you got type 2 diabetes. So now you're on your cholesterol medication. Your cholesterol is good, but your liver is bad, your brain is bad, your muscles are damaged, and now you have type 2 diabetes. But hey, guess what? My cholesterol is fixed. Okay? Now, what are you going to do next? You're probably going to come over here and you're going to get some of these type 2 diabetes drugs. And let's say you get a DPP4 inhibitor. Well, now you're gaining weight, which increases your risk for what? High blood pressure. So now you come over here and you're getting one of these drugs. Now you're on 3 medications already with countless side effects. So what's the moral of the story? Like I said, I was going to be out of here in 5 minutes or less, and I mean it because I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat, baby. The point is, let's show you the point. How to prevent chronic disease. Just so people like to say that I'm saying stuff. Here is the point. Now, keep in mind, the same way you prevent things is the same way you cure things. And I don't use the word treat. We're talking about cure. There's a difference between the word treat and cure. So the same way you prevent things is the same way that you cure things. So as I typed in the search bar, how to prevent chronic disease, because we talked about diabetes, we talked about high cholesterol, we talked about, let's see, it's not meant to cure, it's meant to mask your health problems. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, the thing about medication is that they treat symptoms. They do not treat the problem. Okay, and the problem is, as it says here, how do you prevent chronic disease? Well, here it is. It says eat a healthy diet. Well, we already said, how do you figure out what a healthy diet is? You smile. Once you smile and you notice that you have you have flat teeth. Hopefully you have straight teeth. Hopefully you have straight teeth. Once you realize your teeth are flat, you know what you're supposed to eat. Nature makes us exactly as we're supposed to be, and it is what it is. So they're telling you right off the bat, eat a bunch of plants. That's what they're telling you. Eat a healthy diet. Well, a healthy diet for a human is a bunch of plants. A healthy diet for a tiger is a bunch of dead animals. That's the difference. So right off the bat, they're telling you, how do you prevent these things? So what's the point? Eat a healthy diet. Then it tells you to exercise. So the first 2 ways, think about this, people. This is how simple it is. The first 2 things listed on how to prevent disease is what you eat and how often you move. What you eat and how often you move. That's the basis. So why in the world would anybody be diagnosed with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, any of those things, and the first thing they do is go get a pill that makes them sicker? Okay? Why would you do that? So the moral of this story is, again, all these medications that we've gone over, right? Common medications, right? What you notice is they all have side effects. Just because you're saying, hey, I'm treating this problem. Hey, doc, guess what? My cholesterol levels are low. But now I have liver damage. And now I also have type 2 diabetes. And conventional wisdom will tell you, go get another pill. Now, the last thing, again, like I just typed here in here a second ago. Where did it go? What are the easiest ways to prevent chronic disease? There are no side effects. This is how simple it is. You want to give yourself the real medicine. There is no side effects associated with eating blueberries and strawberries and almonds and walnuts and black beans and rice or whatever it is that you like to eat. There's no side effects, and all of those things heal your body. But instead, you would rather go with a medication, because I use quotation marks around that, is because it's not medicine. Medicine is defined as something that helps and heals. Pharmaceutical drugs don't do that. But they call it medicine to trick your mind to thinking that it's something that you need. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap on that on another Thriving Thursday. Again, I'll be here every Thursday that I can. Some days I just might not want to. But I'll be here every Thursday that I can, giving y'all helpful tips to improve your daily life, y'all. Okay? I'm not here to tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want. Okay? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to say I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm proud to say that. Most doctors now, they kill more people than they help, man. No disrespect to the doctors out there doing the real work, functional medicine, and they're actually treating the problem. Those are the real doctors. When you go see a doctor, you want to go see a doctor that's going to treat the problem. They call that functional medicine. So when you're looking for doctors and you have chronic disease or some kind of issue, you want to deal with functional medicine. If you go to a doctor and the first thing they do is prescribe you something, that's not the doctor you want. It's not the doctor you want. But again, all of this is for entertainment purposes, educational purposes. You can do what you want. I'm just here to tell you the truth. All right, so again, as always, when you watch this video, y'all, like it, share it out, subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm going to put my channel up here, right here. All right, here it is, Fitness-Charles, okay? Subscribe. Share it out, like it, like the video, share. All right, go over to my YouTube right here. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, there it is, Charles Austin Fit. All right, you can find it right there, fitnesscharles.com. Matter of fact, let's just click the link real quick so I can show y'all. You can go here, and this is where all my links are. It's easy, okay? It's easy. I got to update my pictures, man. I haven't had short hair in a long time. All right, so you go there. You can go to my Facebook. Oh, you can't see it, huh? Let me slide my picture out of the way. Oh, wait, am I moving? It's the wrong thing. Oh, I'm jacking everything up. There we go. Yeah, so if you go over here, you can go and click my Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube. There's not a bird. Is there still a bird for the sign? I don't think so. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and wrap y'all and get out of here. As always, y'all, have a healthy, happy day. Be happy, be healthy, be fit forever. And if you need more, book a consult, y'all. We can talk one-on-one. We can chat about anything associated with your health, your fitness, your nutrition. If you have chronic disease, if you have high blood pressure, if you have, as it says here, you need help with meal prep, you need help with planning out your workouts, you need to help set goals, right? This is my specialty, though, right here. This is my specialty. I mean, honestly, all of it's my specialty because I'm pretty good. But this is my specialty right here, chronic disease, right? So if you're somebody or you know somebody that suffers from high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, obesity, high cholesterol, something like that, you know, talk to me, right? It's simple. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go. It's time to eat. Again, as always, be happy, be healthy, be fit forever.